Hey everyone, welcome back! This episode we are hanging out in some pretty big country at Lake Ohau. This part of the country we have really been looking forward to because it's so dramatic. It's rugged and hostile, and like both places, there really isn't anything here including people. But we are waiting and hoping on a winter storm which will bring a dumping of snow. We get into a bit of four-wheel driving, heading further into the mountains up the Hopkins Valley, which is so picturesque. But we are driving in from the coast at Kakanui in search for the bad weather. It was lovely to spend a few days by the coast after a couple of months of being inland. State Highway 83 is a very easy tow for a large caravan, heading up the Waitaki River with all of its dams back into the Canterbury High Country, which seems to have its own climate of super hot summers and super cold winters. We stopped off for some lunch at the Aviemore Dam. The kids were loving their new gumboots, ready for the cold, wet winter ahead. Pretty tight entrance getting in. So this is a dock campsite called Round Hill. It's paid by donation or otherwise it's free. The access is tight though, and they have a second gate which is slightly wider for caravans needing a little bit more room. It's very beautiful and remote here, and it would be lovely to see this spot on a long hot summer's day. Alright, made it. It was a bit tight getting in here. Still pretty warm too. The sandflies here are very, very hungry for some human blood, so you definitely want to be prepared for getting bitten constantly while you're here. We saw in the reviews this place is prolific for sandflies, and they're not wrong. We're hoping that the snow or the cold weather tomorrow is going to make them go away. I just love it here. It is so beautiful, peaceful. Feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. It's an awesome spot. Now we just need to wait for this weather to drastically drop. Hope our batteries are sweet. We had a few issues in Omarama. The batteries were dropping as we were driving while they should have been charging, but it seems like they've come right, I hope. But we really don't want to be running out of power while we're sitting here in the freezing cold tomorrow, because I'm going to guess our heat is going to be running all day. But so far she's pretty warm still. Alright, well the rain has just arrived. We're making some quesadillas with some leftover vegetarian mince tonight for dinner. Toby's doing a bit of reading with Soph, and Riley's doing some schoolwork, and Jade's reading. Ready for the snow, Jade?
Yes, very much. I have my window open so I can feel it in the morning.
Not sure what's going on with this weather. It's actually 9 degrees, no snow on any mountains, and the sun's out, so go figure. So I'm going to go for a bit of a run. Kids are doing a bit of schoolwork, and then it is supposed to get worse, so we'll just hold out, I think. Hold out for a bit of snow. The good thing though, the sun is out, so we're getting some solar, hopefully charge up our batteries so that we're good for tonight. We weren't too bad last night, so it's good. So all that day we explored, the kids played, and we waited for that cold weather to arrive, but it stayed pretty mild. What a disappointment, right? But normally people are wanting it to be warm, but I think we must be a rare breed of adventurers looking to soak up some true winter conditions while we're on the road living this life.
And I've been searching for answers in the bottom of my glass to questions I'm too scared to ask.
The next morning when we woke up, snow had fallen, but none anywhere near close to us. Oh gosh. Where's the snow? Do you know what? It's actually snowed all down there and in the mountain over here. There's nothing where we are. There's a little bit at the top up the back there. I think our plan is we're going to jump in the truck and we're going to go drive up this valley. Looks beautiful up there when I went on my little run yesterday. So we're going to see what we can see. Oh, there's plenty of snow. So we hopped into the truck and started driving towards the Hopkins Valley. But first we'd head to the South Temple Valley, which really heads into the massive Southern Alps.
When all my love is alive, in silence, the truth's disguise. Well, even the sun set will someday rise, and you will know love, or you will know patience with time. Feel it in my bones, voices from below, saying if you love her, let her go. Feel it in my bones, voices from below.
Wow, what an amazing drive that was, eh? Beautiful spot here. Just going to explore around. I think there might be a little walk to do. Wonder if we could get the caravan into a spot like this. The road was pretty good actually. The road to get into here is pretty easy to tow a caravan in with. I would highly recommend, if you have a smaller caravan than ours, that this is a great spot to come camp if you want somewhere that's nice and quiet and peaceful.
Voices from below, saying if you love her, let her go. Feel it in my
We decided to hike the 1 hour Temple View Trail, which has some pretty steep sections but also some pretty great views into the valleys below.
Well, I've been staring at this hole in the sky. See, I keep wasting my time wondering of all the places I could be. I am not.
But then we came to the first of our 3 stream crossings, which are easy if you have gumboots on or you're super athletic. But if you've had 2 knee surgeries and you want to look after those knees, then cold feet is definitely in your forecast.
We are the sums of our decisions, the fruit of our ambitions, a grain of sand, a drop in the ocean. Oh, what a trying notion. Lately these days I can't help but getting this feeling
After a hike, we headed further up the Hopkins Valley and the dramatic mountains got steeper, the snow got lower and the views were spectacular. It was one of those days that we were so glad that we kept going in rather than turning around and going back. There are a couple of huts up this valley that you can sleep in, as well as lots of 4-wheel driving options and hunting for those keen on some meat. The only thing that I was keen to shoot though was some of the stunning scenery in this area. It's just like all the videos and pictures I've seen of those beautiful places in New Zealand, but here we were experiencing it for ourselves.
Mystified, we found ourselves the better halves of someone else. Lucky
Tell me about this place.
It's awesome.
Why?
Oh, like
Weather and snow from last night.
Pretty spectacular country up through here, well worth coming in to explore.
rivers rising like a symphony. laughter singing in our ears. The world has stopped and disappears, and all that's left is you and me right here. Lucky lovers betting on the years. Won't you drift down the stream with me? A river's rising like a symphony. Lady Luck is living by our side. Let her linger, let her shine. Let's be lovers.
Awesome. Well, we're going to head back to the caravan now. We're all pretty hungry. We haven't had lunch and it's nearly 3 o'clock. So go back and have a big cooked up lunch, I think. So another night at the stunning spot, and it was time to move on into Twizel, where we plan to pack up with some subscribers. But first, of course, there was a swim that was required into this beautiful lake. After a good run, of course, so I was already pretty hot. But otherwise, our Ohau episode ends here with no snow, but some stunning scenery. Until next time, we will see you later. Well, Lake Ohau, that was beautiful, warmer than the ocean actually. Even though there's been some fresh snow, but good to still be swimming.